in the Department of Safety hearing in Memphis, I've heard, possibly slashing troopers, bomb squad,
Right.
dive team, driver's license stations at a
Right.
time when this seems to be a big goal. How, and then, I've looked at some of these other sheets and there are elimination of positions. How likely is it that people can expect to see some layoffs?
Yeah, really good question. But we asked every department to show us what 5% looks like. Some to fund that gap that I talked about before, and then also in case we get less federal dollars going forward than we have in the past. We're showing that 5% to see what our alternatives are. There's a really good chance that a lot of that doesn't happen, but we need to be prepared if it does. If it does, we obviously will prioritize. Driver's license are a good example. There's a lot of pressure in there. We're too slow in our driver's license offices now, so we need to make certain we pick that up. Sometimes that's a question of personnel. Sometimes it's a question of procedures, and that's what we're looking at in our whole top to bottom review of state government as well.
Some of these departments have had a lot of big ideas about ways to
Right.
save money, but unfortunately
Yeah.
it takes some investment on the front end to make it happen, right?
That's a lot of the quandary we face right now, particularly in general services. We have we think we can save money in places where the state is leasing office space or leasing buildings, but to do that, it costs us a little money to move the people, to improve the existing structure that we have somewhere else. So that's a little bit of the choice we face. The easiest thing to do in government, though, is just to make a short-term decision, because you're only here for short-term, as governor or legislature. But we really do want to try to make smarter, long-term things. I really intend to make some of those choices this year.
Governor, when it comes to the budget hearings, I've heard a lot of agency commissioners talk about either wanting to, the desire to hire more people or the desire to be paying them more,
Right.
or saying that there's a lot of turnover. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, I think it's one of the challenges we have. Right now, 2 days ago, Memphis, the financial institutions reported, they said, we keep losing all of our auditors and regulators because we train them in the federal government, other people pay them more. And then you heard the same thing this morning from our finance administration. It's part of why I said earlier, I do think we need to look at the salary structure across state government. Sometimes, it's a matter of the number of employees, but a lot of times, to hire the people we want, we literally can't afford them, or they go somewhere else. And as the economy picks up, that's going to get worse. So I think you'll see over the next year or two the administration suggesting a different way of how we look at personnel, how we pay people, how many we hire, how we hire them. It's really hard to hire people in the state of Tennessee. You heard the average age of a state employee is, I think, 49, which would be a lot higher than most employers around. Part of that is it's really hard to get people hired and replaced here.